all, this is Stop Fake News.
We disprove fake news about the events occurring in Ukraine.
Today we, Margot Gantar
and Alina Suhanyaka.
This week's top highlights are: Russia Channel 1 released a fake photograph which is claimed to be sensational proof of Ukraine's involvement in the downing of the Malaysian buying. NTV television channel lied in its news program, claiming Ukrainian authorities are intent to legalize prostitution. Russia 1 TV station destroyed a report by Human Rights Watch organization. The Channel 1 stated it had received a sensational photograph showing purported fighter jet firing on MH17. The report was broadcast during the prime time on Friday evening, November the 14th.
We got this picture on November 12th.
I fully agree with your attached analysis on what brought MH17 down, told a man who introduced himself to be an AIT graduate, an aviation expert with 20 years experience, George Bild. The Boeing was shot down by a fighter plane chasing it. At first, the aircraft was hit by gunfire and after by air-to-air missile. Soon, the right engine and right wing were hit by a heat-seeking missile. The picture showing distinctly the missile passage from under the left wing of the fighter jet heading directly to the cockpit was attached to the email.
This photograph has been published by a score of Russian mass media like the Moskovsky Komsomolets, Dnipro, Vesti.ru and TVLF News, Moscow Speaking at Tartas, Lenta.ru, Zvezda TV Station and Komsomolska Pravda. The author of the report, Mikhail Leontiev, assures he received the photo via email, and the landscape where the conditions and plane's dimensions in the picture entirely correspond to the circumstances of the catastrophe. Ivan Andreevsky, senior vice president of the Russian Union of Engineers, also claimed they have conducted a thorough analysis of the image and have identified no signs of forgery. But the photograph is crude fake, and there are multiple indicators. First of all, bloggers find out all the nuances of the fake pictures on the internet. The purported sensational image is based on the Google Map photograph dating back to 2012. On the left, you can see the Google Earth program for 2012, and the enlarged fragment of the picture shown in the report by Channel 1 on the right. The clock in picture shows 1:12 a.m. UTC, which does not coincide with the MH17 crash time. Therefore, the time gap makes 12 hours. The plane crashed at 1:21 p.m. UTC, or the Greenwich. Therefore, it makes no sense. The satellite allegedly made the photograph and automatically fixed date and time 1 a.m., while in Ukraine it would be 4 a.m. Thus, those who fabricated the picture apparently made a mistake and used a 12-hour time format instead of 24-hour time format.
The authors of the project Anti-Propaganda distinctly demonstrated the proofs of the forgery, and that's what they said.
In the picture, the plane is shown by size of a runway of the Donetsk airport. By the laws of geometry, to obtain such proportions, the satellite that made the shot should have been located 150 meters over the plane, which is impossible though. Thirdly, the plane presented on the satellite map at the Malaysian Boeing perfectly matches by the side, proportions and the angle of shot, an image that can be found in Google test site under title Boeing View from Above.
Besides, satellite shots of moving objects would look like the following. Also, no control of both the fighter jet and the Boeing can be seen in the picture, as if the planes had their engines turned off, and the track of the missile launch appears to be distorted. It is reminiscent of a laser beam. Instead, it should have seemed a snaking smoke like a white line widening closer to the fighter plane. Also, the place of inscription Malaysia looks also different. Bloggers compiled plenty of evidence of the forgery. Also, they have studied the activity of so-called experts that also the report referred to. And obviously, there are no reasons to trust them at all. There is little information about the activity of the Russian Union of Engineers mentioned, and its vice president has economic, not engineering education.
Russian television broadcast NTV stated in its program Emergency Event Week Review that new Kiev authorities are intent to legalize prostitution.
Last week, an unusual exotic news story about Ukraine appeared in media. The new Ukrainian authority means to grant prostitution business in Ukraine legal status, not because of exuberant life, but because they hope venal life will save the country from economic collapse.
This has nothing to do with reality. Neither Ukraine Parliament nor the Kiev City Council has issued any draft bills or has ever made any efforts to let sex trade business work on legal basis. Mayor of the capital, Vitaly Klitschko, has never proposed the idea for consideration. Moreover, the report ran that sex services with patriotic backdrop is the latest trend in Ukraine.
This is internet auction where ladies offer sex services to soldiers and military men of the National Guard of Ukraine. The minimum rate makes 10 hryvnias. Dates are arranged with those who offer more money. New ladies willing to spend some romantic or intimate time with soldiers are constantly appearing on the site.
It's like the internet auction. The authors of the report are referring to the nothing but charity date auction for the Ukrainian soldiers and has nothing to do with sex services. On the contrary, it implies parties with people who would like to donate some money to support Ukraine forces. Besides, ATO men do not participate in the auction. After NTV uploaded its report, the auction organizers instantly responded to the news. For everyone to know, the phrase "for ATO soldiers" equals "in support of ATO soldiers", which means that dates arranged between people or donators do not imply intimate and sex relations, and the money spent to purchase warm clothing for Ukrainian soldiers, and then Ukrainian people are used to take care of each other.
On the 11th of November, the news program Вести, broadcasted by Russian TV channel Russia 1, included a report warning that Ukrainian forces have applied incendiary munitions on civilians.
Ukrainian forces used incendiaries on local peaceful populace. The fact is fixed in the recent report by the international human rights organization Human Rights Watch.
However, this news is fake. The report of the Human Rights Watch is available for public who willing are welcome to read it, including the editorial personnel of Vesti news program. The report does contain information about 2 incendiary cases in the Donbas region. However, the observers do not know for certain which side of the front line applied these sort of weapons. Moreover, the page 4, the report runs that Russia made an attempt to provide proofs of Ukrainian troops using phosphorus bombs, but the Human Rights Watch investigation showed no signs of white phosphorus weaponry. The page 7 runs that the pro-Kremlin mass media and media subordinated to the Kremlin submitted untrustworthy evidence of Ukrainian forces using white phosphorus weapons. This incident reflects the Kremlin intention to discredit and compromise Ukrainian government. This is a good example of fake news by live news about phosphorus bombs application.
Russian Channel 1 reported on its evening news program on November the 14th that Ukraine's President Petro Poroshenko wants to execute economic pressure on Donbas region and make children in the region live in basement. The Channel 1 assembly refers to Petro Poroshenko's speech in Odessa.
Therefore, thus means Kyiv authority to settle the situation through harsh economic pressure on Ukrainian citizens.
У нас робота буде, у них немає.
У нас работа будет, у них нет.
There will be jobs for our people, but there will be none for them. Our people will receive pension benefits and they will not. Our citizens, children and retirees will be provided support while there will be none in the region. Our children will go to school and kindergartens and theirs will stay in basements as they can or are able to do nothing, and thus will we gain victory.
However, these are isolated words. They were taken out of the context and misinterpreted in Russian. During his speech, Petro Poroshenko told that armed rebels had raised a wall between Ukraine and Donbas region, and local population suffered most from this and were thus deprived of their pensions and had to stay at basement.
Peace is our path to victory, as our citizens have and will have jobs and they don't have. Our citizens will get their pension payments, while they get none. Our authorities will take care of and provide support to our children and senior citizens, while there is no support in the affected region.
Importantly, Poroshenko is talking about the current situation on the territory that is controlled by insurgents. The correct translation would run: our citizens will receive their pensions payments while they get none, and so on. Such manipulation makes others think that President Poroshenko is talking about his intentions, not about the current situation. You watched the 34th episode of StopFake News. Thanks for your support. You can also follow our YouTube reports.
Stop Fake News is a voluntary project. If you do appreciate our project as vital, please donate to support it. All money transfer details are available at our website stopfake.org.
See you.